Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing, Men Make Moves and Suckers Stand Still, and as always, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network. Come on, man, y'all already know, man, it's legends only around this way, and today is absolutely no exception. We have unquestionably one of the dopest motherfuckers to ever grace Detroit, let alone Exit 9, man. Courtney Bell, thank you for joining the conversation. How you doing, bro? How's your family?
Man, peace to the God, man. All is well, man. I appreciate the introduction.
Yo, bro, you are nice. Like that's not hyperbole.
Nah, gratitude, man. It took time to get here, and I feel like I'm really just getting started. I'm like just getting my feet wet. I feel like musically.
Yo, man. Okay, so why the 3 years, bro? Matter of fact, let me ask you this: was the
Okay.
burden of honesty too heavy in hip hop for you?
No, I actually got to a space to where I was compelled to tell the truth. I was compelled to paint those murals of my reality of what was going on because granted, like I started off as a street rapper. I started off heavy in the gang banging, heavy in everything that came with the streets. And then I found the first level of what people deem to be God to them. And that started my journey on converting my pen over. And that's when I noticed like, damn, like I can really spit. Like this not just like regular rap. So for me, it wasn't that it was a burden. I took the 3 years away, granted, because my grandmother had passed.
I'm sorry to hear
So, she was like a mother to me. Like that was like my best friend. So like watching her transition so suddenly, I felt like I left Earth and music wasn't important to me. Like that kick started my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening and activated healing for me. And you feel me? It just made me dive inward. And through that process of being away from the 3 years, I still recorded music, of course. Some shit I loved, some shit I didn't like. And I found a divine median between consciousness and street rap. And I feel like one of the best guys to ever do that was Tupac. And somebody that I studied after him was like Nipsey. Like just
Yeah.
them authentically being themselves and embodying hip hop at the same time. So, that 3 year hiatus was really just for me to spiritually find myself, and for me to find myself as a man as well. Like I feel like I'm just now stepping into my manhood. So I'm thankful for that.
I mean, you was making some. Okay, first off, if you're not from Detroit, you I don't know how to adequately make you understand Joy Road.
For sure.
Like, I don't get off at Exit 9, bro, unless I absolutely fucking got to. And my mother stays off of Warren and Southfield. Well, she used to, rest her soul. So I'm not going to the Murder Mac under no circumstances.
No
I
doubt.
seen T Grizzly had a thing on Joy Road at the Coney. I'm
Yeah.
like, nigga, why would you do that on Joy? Like,
That's the hood, man.
like, nigga, that's what I'm thinking though. Like, fuck that, nigga.
Nah, that's the hood. And you know what? Just to speak to that, like, it's certain guys, man, that got like a high level of respect in our neighborhood. Granted, thankfully, I'm one of them. So it's like, if you're not from the hood, if you're not from the nine, like so many people view the hood as like treacherous, and to us, this is every day, which can kind of be messed up. But it's like, if you really from there, like I still pull up to the murder back. Like whenever I'm in the hood, if I gotta go to the gas station, that's the gas station I'm going to. And it's like if you from over there, that's every day to us. And then if you're not from over there and you're not known over there, then anything can happen to you at any given time. So it's like, I get your perspective on it, but that's the
I'm
neighborhood,
cool.
man. That's where we grew up at.
I'm cool, bro. Yo, but before the like I went down when Rita hit me up and was like, "All right, we're gonna get bro on the show." Had never heard of you. I'm gonna be quite honest.
What's up?
Then I started listening. Then I started listening every day, going to work, and then I started listening every day coming home, and then I just started turning shit on while I'm at the crib.
No
Like
doubt. Gratitude.
it ain't just the pen; it's the beat selection, it's the topic selection, it's the honesty. Like your song "Memory."
Hmm.
Why? Why
Are you
that
asking
song, bro? Yeah,
why, like why I created it?
yeah. What? I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, why? Why so much honesty? Do we deserve that?
I feel like that's something that hip hop is missing, and I feel like we're going back into that space because like niggas is tired of hearing the same old gun bars. Niggas is tired of hearing the same coochie popping, and no disrespect to the ones that do rap that, but it's like that shit is oversaturated now, and it's to the point to where like a lot of our little brothers and sisters, and even us, shit, we overstimulated by all of the bullshit to the point to where the real shit not getting an ear like it used to, but. I honestly feel the shift. So with the memory record, I've always been a person that's been vulnerable with my pen, to the best of my ability. But with the 3 year hiatus, I've gotten way more vulnerable. I'm figuring out ways to speak about topics that are heavy, but doing it from the perspective of the streets at the same time and not losing integrity with it. So with memories, being somebody that is good with narrating a story and telling a story with my pen, I wanted to mix my truth into it, but also make it relatable to where it's like we've all had that one that got away, or we've all had that one that got us to the level that we're at now when we're no longer together. So that love that you once had does turn into memories. And I wanted to create that record. And the idea was really from my executive producer, Pay Cash. He came to me with the beat and we were in the studio together and just shooting the shit, going back and forth with each other. And that's how the record came about. Like he actually pushed me to push my pen and craft, like as far as like my cadences and how that record even came about. So that record came about because of him for sure. I was just the one that put the pen to the paper.
What's she think about it?
You know what? I don't speak with her anymore, so I'm honestly not too sure.
Hmm.
But I do honestly feel like she's still tapped into everything that I'm doing musically and just because we got mutual people. I haven't spoken to her in years, but I'm sure she heard the record and knew who it was for or
Yo,
who it was about, not who it was for, because the record wasn't like for her,
yeah,
but it was like a farewell message.
yeah.
Like I hope all is well with you, but I want to let you know that you got
I
me to this
appreciate
space
you.
musically. I appreciate you, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah. The one about baby mamas too, man. I felt that one. You know, you got one. I don't know if it's on the commandments. I think it's on the commandments where there's a brother. It sounds like it's a prison interview.
Oh nah, that's poverty stricken, and that is the record probably commissary.
That's exactly what it is. Cause you got I think letter to the game after that. I think that's the name of it.
Yep,
But it's
yep,
like it's
mm-hmm.
like oh
Yeah,
boy,
commissary.
it's like oh boy is saying yeah. Dude just woke up one day and said I'm done. And that
Oh
like
yeah. Okay, okay. I'm thinking you're talking about the skit on commissary. I was about to say that's my little cousin Marmar. That's T Grizzly little brother on commissary.
oh wow really
Yep. That was a conversation me and him had. Like, and that's how that record even came about because right before Marmar had got locked up for the first time when he just did his first bid, like me and him was together every day. Like I put him in the studio. I pushed him to get in the studio and rap before he had did his first prison bid, and me and him was having a conversation while I was creating the Poverty Stricken album. And when I heard the beat to that record, it was like, damn, this fits. Like I have to tell your story because this story is not just yours. It's every impoverished kid, it's every black boy, it's every brown boy that didn't have a proper guidance.
it sounds almost like your story with hip hop though.
Mm.
At least the part where he was like my man was getting all types of work. He was doing great. life is good for all of us, the whole team eating, and he wakes up one day and just like, fuck it, I'm done, bro. And
Yep.
niggas didn't believe him, and he was just done. They like, we never seen this shit before.
No doubt.
And the nigga never went back. He's like, most niggas usually dabble a little bit, and I've seen that. Niggas will quit, but they really don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lost a friend like that, you know, but it parallels kind of what happened with you with hip hop. It seems to me, and I don't know, but it seems to me like you just woke up one day and was like, I'm done.
Yeah, and you know what? Just being even more vulnerable. We did a one-off potential with another. I mean, a one-off with a potential of an option with RCA Records. Shout out to Mark Pitts, and just learning about how the industry operates. I had gotten to a space to where spiritually I was distraught. Mentally I was drained. Emotionally I was immature, so I wasn't aware of how to navigate and how to move at that level of business.
Mm.
And my business partners didn't fully know how to operate at that level either, so I had gotten to a space with everything where it was like, fuck this, like I'm gonna go back to the block, like I'm gonna go back to do what I know how to do, what I know pays me at the end of the day, because at that point in time, like I still hadn't seen it a rap check from music. Like music wasn't paying my bills at that current time in my life. So me taking that break was by far like one of the best things that I've ever done, because I've been able to watch the game change. I've watched people come and go. I've watched
Mm-hmm.
new talents rise, and I've watched the attention span of the people switch. Because like
Man.
before I dropped the Poverty Stricken project, like you can drop a project like 2 projects a year and like you'll be good. Like that's considered great.
Yeah.
Now, because our attention span is so short and we have to be stimulated so fast, niggas is dropping projects every month, because you will hear a project, and also because the substance isn't, it could be that the substance isn't heavy enough for me to know, like, okay, I need to digest this. This
Yeah,
is
but the
not
shit
like the pure
trash
thing.
though. Niggas dropping trash.
I can agree. I can agree. I haven't heard nothing in the past, like maybe like year. I done heard a few records. But like as far as like a complete body of work that I heard, that was just like, damn, I fuck with it. The last project that I heard like that was probably Kendrick's project.
Actually, and I tell people, man, Peasy shit was that for me, at least out the city for
Hmm.
this year. Peasy had a very cohesive project,
His
and
last body of work, right?
yes, the
The
last
last
one.
body of work, Peasy for sure. I'll give it to Peasy. That body of
Yeah,
work was well put together.
yeah. It was Detroit, but not the same wave that everybody else is on.
Hmm.
You know, so what you got cracking next year though?
Oh man, everything starts in 3 weeks for me, man. So I've been doing a lot of working behind closed doors. I have 3 bodies of work ready to fire up. So within those 3 years, I started to dive deep into psychedelic healing. I started to dive into therapy. I started to unwind childhood traumas and become fully aware of myself and my habits and subconscious patterns and just everything that's tied to healing. I started to become aware of it, and through me doing the psychedelic healing sessions with the mushroom, I started to create music like at a very fast and high rate. And I started to notice, like after like maybe like 10 records in like a week or two, I'm like, damn, these records are low key like in sequence with each other. Like I started to pray to God, like, what am I creating here? And whatever it is that I'm creating, like give me the vision for it, because I feel like a lot of these records are album, like are album worthy. Like I'm actually
Hmm.
telling a narrative. The substance is heavy. The cadences, the flows, the lyricism, like it's top tier. And I ended up creating a project, and that's gonna come out the second quarter of next year. But I ended up losing my Instagram this year for like 4 to 5 months, and I wasn't fully sure that I was gonna get it back. I felt and knew I was gonna get it back, but Instagram had deactivated my page for 4 months because I was supposed to drop this year. But me
Okay.
losing my page for those 4 to 6 months, like I lost time that I couldn't get back.
Yeah.
So I'm in a space now of building my algorithm back up, because you know how it is, just like music and everything is oversaturated. So it's the social media platform, and like content is king right now. So I'm working on getting back into building my algorithm up now that I got my Instagram back. So the what's coming for 2024 is a lot of music, a lot of content, a lot of seriousness this time because I figured out my purpose in this space because so many times like I've never really done a comparisons like that, but I've
Mm-hmm.
always had moments with myself internally where it's like, damn, is what I'm called to do within this music space, is this gonna sustain me and open doors for not only myself but my team and my family? Like, can we take it to the level Kendrick or Cole took it to? Because I know I can rap at that level, but it's like musically, what am I missing? And I'm still figuring that out day to day, and it's all internal with me. It's all limiting beliefs and stuff like that with myself. So 2024, I'm proving to myself and to my team that, we gonna break through the stratosphere. Because
What's
I
the
got a lot
Royce
of music that's
connection?
coming to everybody. Say it again.
What's the Royce connection?
Man, Royce, that's the big homie. Me and Royce been knowing each other. We met each other through his brother Vicious. So I had a relationship with Vicious way before Royce. So me and Vicious would always kick it, chop it up with each other, always chop it up about music and all of that. And when I started to go through my spiritual journey, my awakening and all of that, at that point in time, this was like right after poverty stricken. So I
Okay.
just got into a space where like I was rapping like with precision. And Vicious had said something to Royce about me. Royce knew who I was already, but he wasn't tapped into me fully. So from there, Royce ended up mentioning to me on the live of Lupe Fiasco. A bunch of people tagged me. I jumped on the live, seen it, and then some time went on. Me and him started to connect with each other and chopping it up with each other or whatever. And then the big homie Street Lord Juan actually said something to him too. The big homie Street Lord Juan was like, "Yo, you and Courtney will like do damage together because like he's the bridge between the younger generation and
Yeah.
the older generation, because the OGs, man, they come from an era of real rap. The Fat Killers, the Proofs, the Dillers, like our that era of rap was real rap. The King Gordys, like all
Yeah.
of them was like
Trust
real
me, I
rap.
know.
Yeah, you feel me? So like I come up under that. I come up under the Fat Killers. Like I grew up around them. I grew up around Gordy. Like I grew up around a lot of the OGs in the game. So like me looking up to them is what like shaped my pen and got me into this rap space. So once Royce and Juan had said something, me and Royce just started chopping it up with each other more and more. And it wasn't even about music. It was just all real life shit. Like just I would confide in him and kick it with him as a big homie, because that's how I look to him. And over time, my producer, executive producer, his name Pay Cash, he came up with the idea like, yo, you should hit Royce, because now at this point in time, like I have my first body of work, like as a complete thought. So the initial plan was like, man, I want to pull up on Royce, get his opinion, get some critique in, figure out how can I make this project better. And my producer, Pay Cash, was like, you should hit him and just see if he's open to executively producing this body of work with you
Okay.
and like really coming in. So, that's the short, long story of how me and him got connected and shit, how we still tied in today. Because he got his hands in his first body of work that we gonna put on.
Okay. And I'm sorry, my dog upstairs running
No, no,
around
no, no.
now.
You good, you good.
Nigga's going crazy. What's a fruitarian?
Okay. So a fruitarian is just one who practices eating only electric foods, but the electric foods isn't like vegetables, it's fruit only.
And you can sustain off of just fruit.
Almost definitely. I've been practicing it full time since January.
So I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
That's
I didn't hear of it. I didn't hear of it fully until I really started to dive deep. Because like every year, from like January to April, I do a 90-day to 120-day cleanse with myself, just detoxing, because I naturally plant-based and been vegan for the past like 9 years. So I haven't had meat, dairy, none of that stuff in 9 years. Um, and I had gotten to a space to where it was like I'm an extremist in my mind too, and a perfectionist. So it's like I thrive off of pushing my body to its limit, whether it's fasting, whatever it is. And I had just gotten to a space to where it was like every time January come around and I do my cleanse, I just go raw and do some juices, and it's like I feel good. and I thought I knew what optimal health felt like at that level until this recent past year in January. I did the fruitarian. I'm like, you know what? I'm actually trying to do all fruit for 90 days and see what it do. And within 30 days, like, but between 23 to 30 days, I really started to experience um real breakthroughs with myself, like real mental clarity. Like my body started to shed in a way that I've never experienced it. So I went all the way up until like April 12th. And then I started to integrate foods and stuff back into my diet. And when I started to eat food, like I would get sick. And this is vegan food, plant-based food that I'm preparing at the end of the day. My body started to resist it and kick it out. So I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go back to the fruit and see how, how I work, how I go. And I went back to the fruit, and I have to do cooked foods now like every blue moon.
Yo, that's wow.
Yeah.
What was it that led to the spiritual journey? And are you an Israelite?
Um, where I am currently in my spiritual journey, I will always say we are the Aboriginals of this land.
Okay.
We are the Creator's chosen people. But when it comes to labeling and all of that, and this is only because like I've been doing research beyond the label.
Okay.
Um, so like conforming myself to a label and putting myself in a box, which is what I've done, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like I still got brothers that subscribe to Israelite, to being an Israelite. I got brothers that subscribe to being Moors, and if you go beyond that, the ancient Sumerians and what we were called before then, like I know we are the Creator's chosen people. So I stand on that. And what was the first question you asked me?
What started the spiritual journey? Was it a moment, or was it just a slow progression?
Um, in all honesty, I've always been connected to the Most High. I've always been connected to the Creator. So it wasn't just like one specific moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was one specific moment where I can say I heard the Creator clear for the first time ever in my life, which was around the time I was like 19 years old. And I was at Michigan State. It happened around then, but I've always had a deep connection to the spirit realm. I've always had a deep connection to spirits and being able to see them and communicate with them, even when I was a kid and I didn't completely like understand what I was experiencing. But yeah, I've always had a connection to the Creator. So at the age of like 19 was when I heard the Creator's voice crystal clear, and the voice that I heard told me to drop out of school, and that started my journey on becoming plant-based and finding out at that point in time we were the Israelites, and all of those components like were driving factors to get me to where I am now.
So where are you at when God talks to you? I'm just curious and says drop out of school.
I was actually at school.
No, like was
19.
you like Spartan Village, or you was in?
No, nope. At this time, this was my sophomore going into my junior year, so I was staying in Chandler Crossing at the time.
Okay.
And that's in East Lansing. So I had just woke up from from a night of partying. I had a female in my crib, so I got her up, walked her to her car, whatever, came back into the crib because I don't think I had classes that day. So I ended up laying down and going back to sleep. And I heard go home, like real crystal clear, like real clear. I leaned up, looked around because it felt like it came from outside of me. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm tripping because I'm drinking and smoking at that time. This college life. So like I was turned.
Yeah.
I laid back down, go home. The conviction got stronger. I leaned up again, like, all right, now I'm not tripping. If I hear this 3 times, like I'm going home for sure. I laid down and it came again. And when I heard the voice say go home, I felt and heard it say like it's time. So I'm like, damn, it's time for what? Like, but I went home, and over time, like I was fighting a case at that time, or I just caught a case around that time. Around that, yeah. I think I had already caught the case, and I was fighting the case, or I had caught the case not too long after that. And I came home. I knew exactly what that go home meant. I knew it wasn't like I didn't battle back and forth with it. I knew exactly what the spirit was telling me to do, and I was obedient to it. So I came home from there, was fighting my case, and the second interaction that I had with the spirit, I was in a trap at the time. And you know, for those who don't know what the trap is, well, I feel like everybody should know what the trap is.
Yeah,
But
I think
you
so.
know, I was in a trap, and my cousins were arguing. So like, we would do this weekly meetup about probably like once a week, where you know we will give constructive criticism on each other and what we need to do better as young men and how we need to carry ourselves and how we need to come together and all of that. So we would do that once a week. And I remember sitting still and hearing the voice like kind of like take my audio from me. Like I couldn't hear nothing. So I'm sitting there like, all right, I know I ain't tripping, like I can't hear nothing. And I kind of black out when I'm sitting there. And when I come back to, the only thing that I heard was, yo, niggas don't want to sacrifice. Yo, niggas don't want to sacrifice. So when I heard that, like tears started to come down my eyes. And I started to weep, like damn near going to worship. And my homies and them looking at me like, bro, like, what is you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, bro, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I need to get the hell out of here and I need to go to the crib. So I leave from there. I go home. At this time, I'm staying with my auntie Nisi. So I go in the house, I fall on my knees, and that was the first time in my life I had ever like surrendered my life, like surrendered completely at that level to the creator. And I fell on my knees like, God, creator, whoever you are, I feel you and I know you are protecting me and I know you are trying to get my attention. I surrender to you. I surrender. Like I give up. I'm not running from it no more. Whatever this is, whatever you trying to do with me, I'm with it. And from that moment on, like I started to dive deep into knowledge. Like it's like the universe, it's like the creator opened the universe of knowledge to me. So after that, I did like maybe like a year off of the radar, like probably like 20 from the ages of 21 and 22. I didn't come outside at all. Like all I did was read books, watch videos. Around that time, I had just got hit to Dr. Save Me. I didn't know what a vegan was. I never heard of herbs before. None of that. So those two pivotal moments kickstarted my journey into leading up to where I am now.
And so, what your boys thinking? They like this nigga crazy?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. My niggas thought I was crazy when I first started off. Like, man, what the fuck is you want? What you mean you're not eating meat? What you mean you're not eating dairy? Like, cause I came to them and I came to my family as I was studying. I still ate meat. I still ate certain things or whatever. And the spirit gave me the strength. Like, all right. And it wasn't planned. It was just I woke up one day and was just like I went around my family. This had to be around like right before I stopped celebrating holidays or whatever. So it was like Thanksgiving. I celebrated Thanksgiving with my family, and then coming around and started to get warm outside. And I was at my auntie crib, and I pulled up over there because my uncle was like one of the best cooks in the family. And I'm talking about uncle. I'm like, man, I think I'm about to leave this meat stuff alone, And he like, what, nephew? Like you, what? What you mean you're gonna be eating meat? I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'm over here. This is gonna be my last meal that I'm gonna eat a meat ever, and I'm never going back. Everybody looked at me like, man, you gonna be back, bro. Ain't no way you about to leave the meat alone, blah, 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 blah. And 9 to 10 years later, that was my last meal.
Are you a competitive MC?
Most definitely a competitive MC.
You've done a lot of features. Is there anybody where you felt like, okay, yeah, they kind of got me?
Simba.
I didn't hear that one.
Simba.
No. I didn't. I heard you. I
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
heard
yeah,
that
yeah.
song.
Yeah, no, it's not out yet. It's on my project. Simba
Oh,
Simba was the first one, and just like how the record even came about, I wasn't aware that we were going to expand and put other people on there. It was a record with just me and Royce, and you know he got an idea and was like, "Damn, what if we put?" Well, I just revealed a feature on the project, so he like, you know, what if we put Simba on there, and what if we put dot dot dot? I'm like, damn, that'd be crazy if we do that. But at that time, like I was at a space to where I felt like I had completed my thought with everything that I wanted to say on my project. So I was kind of like, I rapped. Like I get to a space to where after albums and after like I put so much energy.
damn. I'm sorry. It just kind of froze on us. My bad, bro. I'm not sure what happened, but it literally just froze on us. I'm gonna take you off and see if that helps. Yeah, it just went black. I'm not sure it's his connection or whatever that happened. Boy, I tell you, man, whoever is out there is on my neck with this shit. Like this is, oh my God. Come on, man. Come on, man. Not with this. Come on, man. Not Simba. Let me. Jeez, yo. Oh, okay, yeah, I think he got it now. All right, so hopefully he'll tap back in because that's crazy, yo. Yo, that's pretty fire though. Him, Royce, and Simba on one song. Yeah, I gotta hear this one. This is gonna be something ridiculous, man. Yo, and I want to say first off, I want to say thanks to y'all for tuning in. Let's make sure we get the brother back on. And if you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do that. And you know what? I'm close. We are really close to the greatness, and I can tell. You know, when shit starts just fucking up on you, that is the universe saying, "Hey, you close to greatness."
Help. All right, man.
Yeah.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like Simba was the first person ever. I mean, because Royce is like an alien when it comes to music, so it's never like I know that came with time and just being able to be up under him and study him and learn techniques and everything with my writing and how I push my pen. Simba, I won't say Royce made me feel like that ever because Royce is in his own lane and I'm in my own lane. But for our generation, Simba was the first person I heard that like made me rewrite a verse. But it was also like I said, like I laid the verse as an idea, so I was never married to it. But when I heard his verse, when he sent me the verse back,
You got
it was
divorced
like,
quickly.
yeah, it was like, oh fuck no, like ain't no way you about to come on my song and do this, bro. Like hell no, nah, for real, because I respect I respect real lyricism.
Yeah,
And it's only a few of us that keep that alive for the generation. You got a bunch of guys that do the vibe music. Some niggas do the trap. Some niggas do records that's catered to women, and all of that is healthy in the realm of hip hop. But it's always been like those select few, like Cole and Kendrick and Drake is that of their generation. And it's like for our generation, they're going to retire soon. So the industry has gotten to a space to where it's not about developing artists and developing talent streams. It's more so about a one hit song more than creating multiple hits with one artist. So, like who do they pass the torch down to? Who does Drake give the torch to? Because yeah, you can co-sign a lot of these young artists that's coming up, but do they really have the potential to stand in your shoes when you choose to step away from hip hop?
yeah. Although I know
So
somebody that's gonna take that is next up with the Drake spot. This cat out of Milwaukee, Party at Four.
Party of Four. Okay, I'm not hip to him. I got to do my research on him.
Definitely the next Drake. For
Damn.
like
Okay,
the
Party of Four.
comparison. Now I will say, from what I heard, first off, I have yet to hear a song from Courtney Bell where I'm like, oh, that's trash.
Damn, that mean a lot.
And
That mean a lot.
I mean, even my favorite MCs, I've over the years, yeah, that's trash.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that with the joint you did with All Star Junior, I thought he got
Yeah.
you a little. I thought he got you a little bit.
But you know what? JR is like JR, that's my brother. JR is he's like an alien with street rap too.
That's
So
exactly what it was. It was more of a style clash
yeah, it
than
was a style
necessarily
clash.
than necessarily a pen clash.
Yeah, it was a style clash because like one thing that I've done, which I don't do anymore, is I'm from the block first and foremost. Like I'm from the street. I got a history. I got reputation and I got heavy respect where I'm from. That's cool. But when it comes to like the street rap and all of that, as I've grown and developed into a man, I used to find myself subconsciously feeling like I had to rap about the things that I've done in a way of the streets because I've done a lot out here, right? But it's like our styles clash because I wasn't 100% in Courtney Bell's bag.
Got you.
So me jumping into his lane he gonna eat all day because this all he rap about. This is what he does. I really rap. So it was one of those things to where it was like, I love the record still, but JR ate on there for sure.
Yeah, he ate, bro.
He ate
Although,
for sure.
and that is no disrespect at all. I think y'all both ate, but pocket wise,
He was in pocket
he was in pocket a little bit more.
for sure.
You
For
know,
sure.
like
I can agree with that.
all right. So poverty stricken versus Ten Commandments. Which one is
hmm
your favorite?
Mm. It's hard to choose for a few reasons because both show different forms of my identity. So if I had to choose, I'm gonna go poverty stricken.
Okay.
And why I'm gonna go poverty stricken is because like another thing that I've done musically is I put myself in such a box that like when I started to rap about my real life and what was going on, people expected me to still give them Ten Commandments rap. Every record for the Most High, every record for the Creator, and it's like that's not my reality. So I kind of put my foot in my mouth with doing the Ten Commandments project first, but I'm
Yeah.
happy that I did it first because I'm a firm believer in like my alms and my first fruit being given to the Creator. And what I mean by that is like my first body of work, I always wanted my first body of work to be dedicated to my awakening with what the Creator gave me with my gift.
Okay.
So I love Ten Commandments for that space and the rawness of it and finding that blend. But poverty stricken was my real life. Like that guy that you heard on Letter to the Game, like that was my uncle talking about my dad leaving the dope game.
That's exactly that. Yeah. I
You know what I'm
thought
saying?
that, but
Like,
I didn't want to put that out there.
yeah, yeah. So like that was my father. So in a world that I grew up in personally, it has always been a contradiction. It has always been duality because I got my grandma and the elders that's heavy on God, but then my father, my mama, my uncles, like these are real street legends in my neighborhood. These are people that really press buttons and did things at a high level in my neighborhood. So growing up, like that's what I witnessed. So I will always pick poverty stricken because like that was my raw reality. Like the baby mama record, like that was dedicated to my mom for real. Like
Really?
yeah, 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 yeah. Like that record was a gift to my mom. Like I honor you. I respect you for raising me and my brothers like you did. Because granted, my dad is still active in my life 110%. But you know, my dad ripped and ran the streets. He did everything that he did. So he wasn't 100% present in my life.
Right.
Mama was always there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't just for my mama, it was for my cousins as baby mamas and paying that reality.
Yeah.
So like that's why like even what you asked me like the Israelite thing, like I get asked that so much. And it's like so many people feel like, oh man, you ain't for the most high no more. You not this. And it's like, nah, bro, I'm more for the most high now than I was then because that was a facade I was living. And what I mean by that was like I was living in a lie. I wasn't being authentically myself.
But they're not reading the Bible then.
Oh no, for sure, for sure.
Because
And like I don't even
every
go,
disciple was
wait,
not the same. They
come
were they
on,
were it was intentional that they were different.
come on. Come on. So
You
it's like
you
when you and then that's a big pet peeve with me and a lot of people that do subscribe to the Hebrew Israelite belief. And it's not to shun nobody that's in that space at all, because I still got a lot of deep love for a lot of elders. I still talk to a lot of my elders. I still study the scripture. I study it from another perspective now. But like my biggest pet peeve is the subconscious level of self-hate that we have for one another.
oh
Like it's very deep in that community, and you have a lot of people that view it as an occult. And if you get to viewing something as an occult, then those who have brought the knowledge to the masses have done something wrong. And that's in my opinion. And you got brothers and sisters that do it right to the best of their ability, but what's right at the end of the day, because a lot of the things that we are interpreting and that we are reading, especially if we aren't reading in a real language and a Hebraic breakdown, then like what are we really learning?
I mean, if
And
you
like
wanna add to that, like I don't care what religion you subscribe to, especially the major religions. Y'all forgetting how them people started.
Come on.
They was occult leaders back in 1,000 years ago or however many years ago.
Hmm.
They was crazy and they was getting killed, and they were it took a long ass time for them to be whatever denomination you are that's
Bingo.
mainstream. So
Bingo. And just to add to that, like you said, like a lot of those leaders and ascended masters were into a lot of occult wisdom. They were into a lot of magic. And if you don't really know real terms and what the scripture, just keeping it strictly with the Bible, because we're talking about the Hebrew Israelite thing. Like you got a lot of people that say ancestor altars are evil, or sage, burning sage is evil, or meditation is evil, but all of that is throughout the scripture. If you really study your book, all of those things are in scripture. So it's like I do my best to move in love with a lot of people. I'm not the type to argue online with you and go back and forth, because like I'm from a real place. And like I
yeah,
said, like I come from the streets first. So it's like I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I'm not to argue with you and give you clout, because that's unconsciously or consciously what you chasing. I'm a I'm gonna speak my piece, or I'm just not gonna say nothing at all, because it's the internet,
yeah,
and the internet is where a lot of people get crucified. Like
yeah.
I don't really
I'm
care for
I'm
none
the
of that.
I'm the OK King. Okay.
Yep, you got it. Peace and love, brother. Peace and love,
Working.
man. You got it.
I'll give you maybe one or two responses, and once you hit me with that long ass paragraph, okay,
Hmm.
I'm, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be.
no, for real,
So,
bro. I don't do all of that.
who else you got since we put Simba out there? Any other features on the new project?
Yeah, I got a few, and I can't even. I made a mistake and told you Simba, but that's a pretty good and big feature for sure, for sure. Who else can I reveal on a private? Me and Skilla Baby got one.
Really,
Woo!
I would not have seen that one coming, bro.
Me and Skilla got one, and Hell of a made the beat. It's it's gonna be one of them to where like we complimented each other so much, you're not gonna be able to say who went the hardest. It's one of those type of records. Like we were in a crazy pocket, and we did the song in like 5 minutes. Like it's a very up tempo, fun record, and it's a street record, but it's also one of those records to where it's like Skilla already can rap. Like Skilla is my brother, that's my dog. But I got a thing with myself to where like when I get in the studio, you know, I don't know if it's an unconscious thing with a lot of the rappers that done music with in the city, but like I make them niggas rap.
You should, Nick. I don't want. What bothers me about when somebody sees rapper X say, "I'm the best rapper alive," and they get mad at that nigga. You suppose I
Hmm.
don't want to listen to nobody that think they the third best rapper.
No, for sure.
I may not believe you, but I want you to believe you.
Come on.
So like,
No doubt.
but Skilla baby.
Man, me and Skilla got something so hard. We got something hard, like real hard. I can't wait to release it. But it's gonna be
So
on this first body of work though. But I got a few features on this first body of work. The second body of work that's coming, um, due to me losing my Instagram and getting it back, we took some of the records that was initially for the debut project coming back, and put it on this body because it signed.
see, Satan is at work.
It made sense for what we were creating. Man, I swear,
No, it's
it
been
sonically made sense.
no. We've been like the last few, since I got Rita as a manager. Like man, we've been killing the game, but I be having connection issues here and there. Shit, niggas disappear. Just the audio be fucked up. It's like okay, yeah. Now I know we on to something, cause they did. The man downstairs don't fuck with nobody that's whack. They only fuck
All
with
right,
the
man, I'm
greats.
back. I'm back.
All right, that worked out perfectly because I went on a tangent anyway. When you gonna be doing some shows?
um, next year, we're getting ready for all of that, man. Like me being away, not only from music, but just like I've always been a one foot in the music, one foot in the streets, one foot hustling type of person, and I've never taken the music serious enough. Like I view myself as a spiritual being, and as Courtney, and whatever my nicknames is to the hood and to my family, more than I view myself as Courtney Bell, the artist.
Hmm.
So I've been having to unwire and unwind my perspectives and my bad thought patterns that I've had with myself, because a lot of my thoughts have been self-limited, and it's been self-destructive more than anything. So like a lot of my shows and all of that, like I wasn't aware that I battled with anxiety real bad, being around a lot of people and performing and all of that. So I would have so many show opportunities, and like I would find a reason to not do
People suck, bro. I don't like being around people either.
them.
Just gonna be honest, man.
But you know what? Being an artist is like, I just overcame that. I just overcame I still get anxiety, but
Mhm.
that's just based off what I've inflicted on my body. But I'm just now getting over the space of the the stage fright and the anxiety and everything that I battled with before. So 2024, expect me to be performing a lot.
Yo, let me know, bro, because I'm like I don't go to too many shows. First off, niggas is wild nowadays. Secondly,
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of phones in the air,
no, for sure, for sure.
which is just I understand to an extent because I found myself doing that at one particular show I went to. It was fucking Scarface.
Hmm.
I had to at least get one song of Scarface.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time, most of the show I needed to just absorb being, in a small setting with one of the goats,
Hmm.
and people don't seem to. But yeah, let me know, bro, because I drive up and I need to be there. I need the energy that you putting out, bro.
Oh man, gratitude. I appreciate it. And that's what's gonna make like a lot of this shit like super fun coming back, because a lot of the music is very personal, it's very intimate. So, I get to have fun and entertain more than just rap, like really creating dope stage sets, and my presence, my energy, just like, it's gonna be an experience when I decide to start popping out and putting myself back on the stage.
Like to be honest, I want to go somewhere just a little bar and watch you
Hmm.
perform.
Yep,
Just
something
you,
intimate.
yeah.
Some intimate for sure.
Like I think that, and not every show, but I think definitely coming back from being gone for a long time, it's got to be personal.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's gonna make it dope. Like,
Yeah,
me and the team kind of been talking about that. We haven't dove deeply into it, but once I get back into the music space and releasing, and a project comes out, once the spring starts to break in, I think it'd be super dope once the project is out to do a dope and small, intimate. It doesn't necessarily have to be private, but like we can cap it out at 200 people, 100 people, or whatever,
fire,
and and really make it a moment.
fire.
So I for sure feel that's something that we're gonna shoot for once we get this first body of work out.
And I know a lot of niggas be asking you shit. I get it. But what I would like to do is follow you through the hood one day. That when you decide to do that show, let me follow you around earlier in that day, leading up to that show.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Film.
We gonna
Let's film that.
Yeah, nah, yeah, for sure. And it's crazy because my label partners just came out from New York, and we were supposed to do like a docu series, but on the day we were supposed to shoot, it rained all day. So it was like, we don't want to be out and then dealing with all of that, and being in the rain and all of that, and having people come out. And so we most definitely got to reshoot that, because I most definitely got to take people through my neighborhood and where I'm from. And you know,
Yeah.
you get to hear other people's stories of me, and it's not just what I'm telling you I am, because I'm not gonna tell you I'm nothing. I'm just gonna give you the raw reality of what it is. But it's always better to hear other people speak on different parts of your journey throughout your life,
Yeah.
and other people show their admiration for you and how much they love you and how grateful they are for your change and all of that. I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but to hear other people from my neighborhood say that, and people that really mean something to the culture of hip hop and just real street guys, we most definitely gonna do a day in the life of my neighborhood.
Well, you definitely got the respect, man. If you just look at the variety of people you have done songs with, you know that popularity only gets you so far.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, at some point, you know, the respect has to be there.
I
You
agree.
know, and it's definitely Simba. Simba got bars, and he's
Oh
not
man,
just
Simple Code.
he's just not gonna be on a, you know, he's just not
Yeah.
gonna. Well, let me go on Super Trash his album.
hmm
He ain't doing that. If people want to get in touch with you, how they go about doing that?
Um, official Courtney Bell on everything. I'm official Courtney Bell on everything. Courtney Bell on Facebook. I'm really on there, only on there for family. But Instagram, official Courtney Bell. YouTube, Courtney Bell. Twitter, Courtney Bell 313. Yeah, it's my regular name across all platforms.
That's dope, yo. I can't possibly thank you enough, man, for coming by, bro. This has been a dope conversation.
Oh man, gratitude, big brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate sis for putting this together.
Yeah, man. And if there's anything, I don't know what, but if there's anything that I can do for you, bro, please don't hesitate to let me know.
No, most definitely. And I'm gonna make sure that she connect us too, because we most definitely gonna connect the dots and make it happen.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna tell her to send you my number.
All right, most definitely.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. You have a good one.
You as well. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Yo, yo, yo. Come on, man. Like, I don't want to hear no shit about this generation not making real music. Please do your soul, your ears, and everything else a favor and go Google, go YouTube, go Spotify, go search Courtney Bell. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. And matter of fact, you'll probably email me or inbox me or DM me and say, yo, you was right. That nigga is fucking crazy. Brick the foundation. What's going on, bruh? Like, y'all don't know, man. Like, Brick is a legend in this motherfucking streets. Like let's be honest with that shit too, man. Shout out to you, Brick. Yo, and I will never forget the honor of him finding out he was about to be a father, and me being there when he found out. Never, I will never stop telling that story, because it just that actually meant something to me in my life. There are certain points in your life where things happen that have nothing to do with you, but you feel honored to be in the presence of something great, and that was one of those times. Yo, and bruh, come on, man. Yo, come on. You already know, man. Like, I fucks with Brick the Foundation. This nigga moved halfway across the galaxy and shit. No, shout out to you, man. On that note, man, yo, we got Blitz from BK coming up at 7 o'clock. We got Bazaar coming on next week, and yo, I don't know, I forgot the whole name. I don't want to screw this up too much, so hold on. Let me look at my pictures and make sure I got this correctly, because I want to say Loose Cannon, and I'm right. Yeah, he's coming on at 7 o'clock next week, and we got Bazaar, I believe, at 5 o'clock next week. So, yo, we've been doing our thing, man. Oh, first interview of the year, we got Royce the 5'9". Come on, man. Y'all better stop it, man. If you've been fucking with the show over the years, you see the growth. And one thing I ain't did, I ain't hate on nobody. I ain't shit on nobody. I ain't take shit from nobody. I just be doing great interviews over and over again. Anyway, on that note, I'll see y'all in an hour. Y'all have a good one. Shout out to you, Brick. Yo, shout out to Courtney Bell, man. Go fuck with the brothers' music. All right, peace.